What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is a first video of a workout vlog. I do have it at ×2 speed, so it goes a little faster. I was talking throughout the first half of this, and then I figured out that you couldn't hear it. And also my washer and dryer were really loud in the background, so that was no good. And then I also woke people up that were sleeping in the upstairs of my house, so I just stopped talking and continued to lift weights right around the time I got to deadlift. So here I'm just moving stuff around, cleaning up a little bit, updating my workout log and getting my grips on, because I don't like it when my grip gives out before my other muscles do. So we'll just walk through this workout and kind of want to just introduce you to the channel and how I plan on doing this. This is Lion's Den Lift and Learn, and on upper body days, I kind of want to talk about programming, what works right for me, what could be good for you, and move on from there. So you'll see I'm getting my weight vest on now. I'll be doing some weighted pull-ups. This vest is set at 4 pounds, so I'm moving up. This is my first time doing weighted pull-ups. We'll see how many reps I get. And if I get 12 reps, then next week I'll go up to 8 pounds. I go up by 4 pounds every time I hit 12 reps on pull-ups. Let's see how many I get here. I would prefer to have my legs straight, but I'm not tall enough, or I'm too tall for the pull-up bar to do that. A little bit of a kip on that last one just to get the chin above the bar. That was 8 total reps, and now you're going to see I begin a bunch of half reps. I go to failure on pull-ups, and then I just keep going. And you'll also notice that I do 1 set to failure on everything. I've just found this is what's most productive for me. I'm a father of 3. I've got a wife, dogs, chickens, cats. I just don't have time to spend hours and hours in the gym every week. So right now I lift weights twice a week, focused mainly on upper body on these days, and then lower body on the leg day, which is the other day that I lift weights. So I'll be setting up my rings now. Right now the dips I do are assisted. I bought a pack of resistance bands, and I used those for assisted pull-ups until I got strong enough that I didn't need the assistance anymore. And now I'm using this red band, which is my lightest band, for the ring dips. And I got 9 last week. We'll see how many I get this week. But when I make it to 12, I will ditch the band and be doing just body weight and continue that progression along just like the pull-ups. That is one thing with my training style that I really like, is I really like having that number to attack every week. So I do write down what I did for weight and then how many reps I did for each exercise. And then next week I try to beat that number. This is also known as progressive overload, and it really keeps me excited about training. Every week I come in and I'm excited. I look at the number that I did last week. I write down 1 number over that for this week, and that's my goal. I write the goal down before I do it. And you know what? If I don't get it, I just cross it out. If I do get it, I put a little check mark next to it. And then when I don't get it, after I cross it out, I'll write down the number that I did do. I've been progressing on a pretty linear path so far. And I was feeling really good this morning. The juices were flowing. I mixed my pre-workout with orange juice just for a little extra carb boost. Just something I was trying out. It didn't really seem to make too big of a difference, other than it was super delicious. So I'm going to get up in these rings here, get the resistance band on. We'll see how many I get. And as you guys watch this rep speed, I do just want to remind you this is sped up. It is ×2. I do not slam down into the bottom of a dip like that. And then when I locked out that 10th one, that was 10 reps, I knew I wasn't going to get another one. So I did a very, very slow negative. It's hard to do partial reps on ring dips and go past failure, just for the sole fact of it's not a very stable exercise. You really have to stabilize yourself and make sure you're safe. I have had them slip out on me before when I was first learning with rings, and it can leave your shoulders feeling uncomfortable if you're not going to do it properly. And I don't really know what I'm blabbing about right here. Like I said, the audio was messed up. I could barely hear myself. I had a headphone in trying to make the microphone work. It wasn't working, but I'm getting my grips back on so I can warm up on the deadlift. You know, I don't think there's a problem with using grips. I'm not a power lifter. I'm just want to be healthy. I've got kids at home. I'm setting a good example for them. You know, grow some muscle, just that kind of stuff. I'm not interested in entering a powerlifting meet or anything, so I do a double overhand grip. When I warm up, I don't use the grips. When I do the working set, I do use the grips. So you'll see I warm up with 135 pounds. Just make sure my spinal erectors and posterior chain is just warmed up and ready to go, which I already did 2 really hard sets. So the generalness of my body's pretty warmed up, but I don't know. I'm just rambling. That's a lot of what this channel is going to be. It's just going to be me rambling. The videos will be quicker because I won't be having to go over what I already went over. Like, look at this guy. He just, like, what am I even talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. Just shut up and do the lift, bro. Do you even lift, bro? Looks like you just stand there talking. This freaking guy. Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. No wonder I was waking people up in my house when I made this thing. Like, dude, shut it. Ooh, I'm sorry for swearing there. I'm trying to keep the profanity out of this. Might have to go back and give that the old bleep bleep, you know what I mean? Okay, is this guy gonna do anything? Hey, buddy, do some work. It says stay relentless on the wall. Not chit, chat, patty, tack, bop, bop, bleh. Okay, hey, there he goes. You're finally warming up. Oh, nope, just moving the weight. Yep, get your feet in the right spot. Dip that butt down. Look at that. Keep that back nice and flat. That is some solid form right there. I just did 2 warm-up reps. I don't know. I'm not a huge on the warm-up guy. Now I'm going to be putting 210 pounds on the bar. I did 205 last week for 8 reps. I do vary what reps I do for each exercise. 12 reps on the deadlift would be a lot. Deadlift is a highly exhaustive exercise. Actually, 8 reps even feels like a lot on the deadlift. But I'm just getting back into deadlift, so that's why the weight isn't very much. This is only my 3rd week deadlifting. I did 135 the first week, 185 later that same week because I deadlift twice a week. And then I did 205 last week, so I got 210 this week. When I do 8 reps, I will then go up the week after that. And I plan on progressing quite linearly with deadlift for a while because I know I am a lot stronger than 210 pounds. But I've learned, I'm 31 years old, and I've learned that doing too much too quick just leads to an injury. You pull hamstrings, you tear stuff. It's just nasty. Just take your time. If you add 5 pounds once a week, for an entire year, that's 250 pounds. And I don't think I'm going to be deadlifting 450 pounds come January 2027. Look at this guy's form. What a stud. Get those grips working. Who needs grip strength anyways? I can already open all the pickle jars in my house. You know what I mean? Can't believe I still have a Christmas tree up down there. That's the only Christmas decoration left in the house. But we did put it up late. The girls really like it. And there's a play area off screen that you can't see. So it's more for them than it is for me, but nothing like a little Christmas spirit in mid-January. So that was 8 reps, heart's pounding. You'll see I've been logging my workout on my watch. That just lets me see trends in volume and that kind of stuff. And then if I ever lost my workout log, I would have a backup log through the Garmin Connect app. Whoa, this is a PG channel, buddy. Cover it up. I will say I probably should have taken my shirt off before the deadlift because I was roasting by the time it was over. And now I'm going to smack my bench against that mirror, make a loud noise, hopefully not wake anybody else up. But I am going to adjust this bench for incline press. Incline dumbbell press. My sister-in-law actually found this bench on the side of the road for free, and it is a rather nice upgrade from my old bench. It's a little wider than I would like, When I get to the bottom, I really gotta like pull my rhomboids back to get a good stretch in my chest. But you know, you do what you gotta do. And it's a little high off the ground. But you know what? When it's free dollars and free cents, I don't really care. It's also nice for having leg extensions, leg curls. It has a preacher curl option. It's actually a really nice bench. It moves nice and smooth. Bottom of it's a little rusty, but you know, your boy don't care. Look at this stud. All right, so we are going to be doing presses with 50 pounds in each hand. Those dumbbells go up to 52 and a half. Boom, look at this guy. Coming down into a deep stretch, pressing her back up. That is how it's done. And I always make sure I pause for a sec at the bottom and really feel that stretch and then send it back up. And I got to say, the upper chest gains are a hippity-hoppity happening. Yeah, so this week I just kind of want to break down for both upper body and lower body what I do and why I do it. So I'm just trying to get the gains I can, as many as I can in the shortest amount of time. So usually this workout takes me like 20 minutes to a half hour. Same thing for the leg workout. Maybe a little bit longer than that now that I've got the barbell and I'm moving those weights around. But you can see, one set to failure. I maybe could have done one more rep, but without a spotter, I was not going to risk it. So just did that nice slow negative on the last one and put the weights away and got ready for the next exercise. There's one exercise left. It is the upright row. I will be using 35 pounds, and that is an increase of 30 pounds from last week where I did 20 reps. And I'm just really hoping. I wrote 15 down to try to get that. I'm upping the volume on my shoulders a little bit because I can upright row, you know, the full 50 pounds. So what I did was I increased my range of motion. I'm touching the dumbbells higher on my chest, and I went back down in weight, and I'm just building my way back up. So hoping for 15 reps with 35 pounds, touching my upper pec. You'll notice I don't do any bicep isolation. That is because I carry children around all the time. I got a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and the 4-year-old and 1-year-old both like to be carried. I also get bicep stimulus from the upright row and the pull-ups. And I gotta say, my biceps are looking great, so I'm not too worried about doing curls until I feel like they need the stimulus. But I have been doing tricep extensions on my leg day, which sounds weird, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it on why I decide to do them on that day and not this day. Oh my gosh, this guy's like a tree. I probably had a few more cheat reps in me, but my stuff was on fire. So I'll go up by 5 pounds next week. I did end up getting 15 this week, and we'll see how I do. And that was the whole workout. I wrote everything down. Everything's tracked. Excited to try to beat those numbers next week. Have a good day.